Hello Summoners, my name is Max, but you can call me Zookfoodle, and today we're going to be doing a game of Ultimate Bravery on TFT Normals. If you are unfamiliar with what Ultimate Bravery is for TFT, I can explain. So we use this site called ultimatebravery.net, famously known for its League of Legends variation on Summoner's Rift, but there's also a TFT variant. So there are a few rules for Ultimate Bravery. 1. No turning back. Once I have my team, I have to stick with it, and I can't make changes to it. 2. Never surrender. Never surrender from a game, pretty self-explanatory. 3. I'm only allowed to buy champions that belong to the origin class I'm assigned to. In this case, Dazzler Enlightened. Carousel is my ace in the sleeve. I'm allowed to take any champion I want from Carousel, so I can expend my buffs. So, for example, if I were to get a Shen for Adept, I could get a Shen from Carousel. Play around my king. I always have to buy my king if I see them in shop. In this case, Morgana is my king. And then the king is rich. When you own your king, he has to have the most items. That means that Morgana has to have at least the most or tied for most items in the entire team comp. For example, if Morgana has 3 items, then everyone else can have 3 items as well. So I'm going to hop into it with this roll, and through the power of movie magic, I'll see you guys on the Rift. Cool. Okay, here we are. We're in game. Okay, so I have Morgana as king with Dazzler and Enlightened. So I want AP items for Morgana to use because she's going to be my king. So I've got to make sure I get a rod. That's wonderful. That rod's really going to help me out late game. I also will want a sword to build Gunblade and or a belt to build umbrellas. Let's see. And then for creep rounds, you can buy whatever you want. Anything just to make it through the round. It's when 2-1 hits that I can only stick with the units I have in my comp. Thankfully, Enlightened units are pretty easy to have at least at level 1, so I don't think I'm going to lose too many early rounds at least. Okay, so this is going to be pretty easy to do. So yeah, my strategy is to get AP items for Morgana, and then I think I'm probably going to end up going like something like Tank Aurelia. We'll see. It depends on what I get. Oh, and then additionally, one rule I forgot to mention is that you can take any type of, this is fate specific, you can take any type of chosen as long as it's one of the units. So for example, if I got chosen Adept Aurelia, even though Adept isn't one of my traits, Aurelia is one of the units I'm allowed to have, so it would be viable to do. So now I've got a Nami, that's great. That's one unit of my units I can legally allowed to have. Also, I totally forgot Lysandra is a Dazzler. So that's great. I can use her too. I was like, oh, I'm going to have myself my Lysandra. Nope, I can use her just as much as I want. But she has 1 item on her already. So if and when I get my Morgana, I'll have to be aware that I'll have to make sure Morgana gets just as many items as she does. Okay, so I can buy this unit, this Elise, just to help make sure I win this creep round. I think I'd be fine either way, but I really don't want to risk it. Not having as many items as everyone else does would be a major disadvantage. And nobody else in this lobby is doing Ultimate Bravery, so we're just gonna see how this all goes down. That list too is nice to have though, so we'll see. I would love a Dazzler chosen or an Enlightened chosen would be great. That's money in the item. Alright. Alright, let's roll for what? Okay, great. That's a Janna. So I'm going to sell, I have to sell the Elise, and now I'm going to lock for Janna. That's great. This falls into the rule of being able to use Mystic. So that's wonderful. I'll be able to have like Mystic, Dazzler, Enlightened, stuff like that. That's wonderful. Janna will help me live, and then I think I'll end up going Talon as a damage dealer with Morgana as king. So I have to basically always try to get Dazzler too, which will be pretty easy. I'll go List Morgana or something like Lux Morgana, stuff like that. Okay, so this is a pretty clear-cut loss, but it's fine. We're going to get our Janna, and that's going to be great. Okay, that's fine. And I think we have just enough money to buy the Janna, actually. Like, literally 6 on the dot. So let's see how this goes. Alright, cool. So I don't expect this to go terribly well, but I think I'll have a fighting chance at the very least. Let's put this on list to get more, a little bit more damage on her. And then this Janna will really be doing wonders for me with her lower mana cost on Chosen. Will allow her to keep her shields up more often, which is great. So let's see if I win this fight. I may or may not. It's a bit of a weird. Oh well, I definitely will. This guy looks like he is AFK'd. All the better for me though. I will not complain. Especially because this is the normals. If this was a ranked, If this was ranked, I wouldn't be doing Ultimate Bravery. But hey, what do you know? If this were ranked, I would be more sorry for him. But I'm not, because it's the normals, and there's nothing like There's no super huge stakes here, which is nice. Okay, so I'm coming up on first carousel. So what I'm looking for here, ooh, nice, more Enlightened stuff. Fiora. What I'm looking for here is I probably want maybe a sword for Talon or a sword for Gunblade for Morgana. Morgana's probably gonna get the item from Lysandra when I get her, and then I think I'm gonna level once because I want to start fighting more Jannas and more Aurelias, and then get that 2% chance of getting 4 cost in shop. And since Morgana isn't super contested in this meta, I think I should be able to find her with little problem. Okay, so that Fiora is not going to have a fun time, but thanks to Janna's shields, he does get to live. We'll see how long this goes. Okay. Well, Janna lives for a little bit, just long enough to take care of the Pike. So that's good at least. And she's going to live long enough to at least be a little bit of a distraction for Diana and Aphelios. So that's cool. It's fun to at least be annoying. Yeah, she was doing pretty good work, though, honestly, for what a Janna can do. Okay, great. So there's an Aurelia. Perfect. I really want that Aurelia. That Spat is useless to me. I'll take the Aurelia. It's wonderful. Or I could take the Lux. But I think I want to take the Aurelia because I want Enlightened 4. Enlightened 4 will allow me to this will allow Janna to cast, take only one cast, because Enlightened 2 provides 40% mana, so she'll be at 44 mana after casting, but Enlightened 4 makes 70%, so she'll be at 17 mana after casting. Like, she'll get 17 mana on attack, and that brings her from 30 to 47, which is enough to cast, as opposed from 30 to 44. Cool. And I've got another Dazzler, so I think I might end up... Okay, let's see. I might end up passing on... I might end up giving up Lysandra, because I don't think I'm really going to be going for her, because I'm not going to be able to benefit from Moonlight from her, so I think I'm going to end up putting Lux in. That also gives me Divine, which I'm allowed to have because it correlates. There's no reason I can't. Like, these are just units I have in my comp that happen to share synergy. So it's totally legal. Oh, and there's another Nami. Perfect. Wonderful. Alright, cool. Yeah, now this comp is really starting to kind of come together, which is really nice. We get the Divine procs. I think Lux is going to cast again and deal a large amount of damage, yeah. That's pretty good. And then Janna and Lux will be able to take this home. Easy peasy. Of course, I did beat the guy in 7th place, so it's not like a major victory, but I'll take what I can get. Ooh, that Riven looks juicy, but I unfortunately cannot go Riven this game. I don't have Dusk or Keeper. Okay, so then I think I'm not going to roll down this shop so far, because I kind of want to get the 6. Because the sooner I can start getting Morgana, the better. Because then I can put items on the rest of my team without issue. Like, as an example, if I had hit Morgana instead of Riven in this shop, I would have been forced to sell my Lux and put in my Morgana, because that way Morgana could have the most items on the team, or tied for most. Okay, so Aurelia got CC. That's not as good. Okay, that Lux got a nice push. Great, wonderful. Alright. Cool. Alright, now Lux is going to bind again. Cool. Alright, now Kindred's disarmed. And now we should have this fight in the bag. Diana should be able to disarm and probably just kill. Yeah, that works. That's wonderful. Okay. So I think I'm going to push to 6 and I'll put another Fiora, another Nami actually. I think is better. Some weird sideways comp. I don't know. Patent pending 2020. All right, so let's see what Krugs give us, and now we can pivot off and how we can work from that. Okay, so Elia's gonna do that. The Giant Shields are wonderful, though, and Mystics is a nice trait to have, especially on Chosen. I got really lucky, actually, to be quite honest. Okay. So great, that's talent items if I want. That belt could be great for, Morello on, Morgana. So let's see what a level 6 shop brings to the table in this case. Okay, so another Dazzler I think I'll go with. That way you can get the Dazzler bonus as opposed to I think we'll place one of the Namis with Fiora. Okay, cool. And I think I'll put you here and then like here. Okay, now I've got Dazzler. I've got a lot of good things going for me. Okay, another Aurelia. That's wonderful. Okay, great. And then another Fiora. Nice. Cool. We're really starting to come into our own here, I think. Once we get Aurelia 2 and start popping off a little bit more. Stuff like that. Yeah. We got some magic resist, which is nice. That'll help against the cat. That'll help against the Akali. Lux will ascend. Ooh, well, we lived, but not by much. So that cat, yeah, they kind of shredded us, even with Dazzler on, yeah. If we look at his stuff, he is in second place and win streaking, so it's kind of a wash, but okay, another Fiora, that's nice. I'll buy that, I think. I think I might want to start econing because I kind of need the gold, I think, probably. But we'll see. I really want another, I really want to get, even though I'd have to sell my Lux as a result, I really want a Morgana. Maybe I could Zephyr her, it's fine. I really want a Morgana, that way I can start looking to Enlightened 6, and Enlightened 6 Dazzler 2 is probably what I'm going for here. Even though I lose Divine when I get rid of Lux, I think that's okay. Actually, no, I'd probably, yeah. Okay, cool. So then here's Fiora getting hit, alright. Alright, come on, Lux. Cast well. Alright, cool. Well, they didn't get slowed, but we do shield, so, okay, that's not going to help. I guess Sharpshooters, especially at Raid Blade Vein, kind of shreds me. And it was to the first place guy, so I guess that's fine. It's not as fine, because I'm starting to lose health pretty rapidly. Not as bad as the guy who AFK'd, but it's not looking too great, but it's fine. We'll pivot out of this situation somehow. Okay. So then 17, 16, 15, 14, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, alright. From Carousel, I want AP items. I need more AP items from Morgana. If I get a jeweled god, if I get a rod, that's a hex blade. A hex tech gun blade. I always call it a hex blade. I don't know why. Alright, this is great. Lux will be able to cast, I think. Wonderful. That's wonderful damage. Dazzler helps keep everybody at bay. And then we beat, I think the only other guy below us that's not, one of the guys below us that's not AFK. No Morgana, but I do see an Ari. And I'll take the Ari if I can get it. If I can't, well, it looks like I might be able to. Okay. Because the guy's AFK. So I want that Ari. Cool. Great. Wonderful. That will allow me to sell it for big money, and it gives me a rod I can use to make Hex Tech Gunblade on Morgana when I get her. Now we just wait for Carousel to end, and we'll see what Well, and we're waiting for wolves next, I think. Wolves at the end of the stage. We'll see what they give us. I hope we get some rare drops and get a Morgana in one of them. Maybe a Talon would be nice. I think I'll buy a Lux just to keep it in there. And then I think just for the sake of because if I'm gonna sell my Lux anyway, which I think I will, I'll put this on Lux. Uh, just to keep her alive, give her some more items. Zephyr is great. Even though I know it could be used for Morellos, I kind of want a little bit more CC in my team because my damage isn't going to be super great. So keeping higher priority targets out of the line, like that Jinx, for example, is really great. It keeps her from stacking as fast. It allows for Lux to, yeah, just a little bit more damage, and then she would have killed that Jinx. At least we did kill the Vi, though, at least. So we're not taking as much damage. But that's not super terrible. We'll see. We're in 5th. It's not the worst 5th I've been in. I've been in worse in ranked games. So we'll see. Okay. So then I wonder if I want to change some positioning around. I think I want to put Lux over here because Janna's a little bit more tankier due to the fact that she's going to be shielding a lot. And the Lux is more of my carry, and she's still pretty fragile. So I'll move like over here. I think is a fine chase of pace. I wish I could RFC Aurelia, but I think that breaks her spell, so I'm not really gonna look forward to that. I could potentially RFC Janna, which might not necessarily be a terrible idea. It's wonderful that Lux was able to get her thing off, though. And Dazzler really put in work here. Wow, look at that Lux damage. It's really great. Okay, there's another Fiora. I think I'll pick it up. Sure. I think I'm going to be Janna this train, so I'm going to give Janna Rapid Fire Cannon. This will allow her to go very fast and cast a lot. And at this point, I'm going to kind of need her shields to keep me alive. So I think that's a better play than keeping that bow on Aurelia. Okay, so let's see what they give us. Ooh, that's a spatula, or a gold. Hope it's not a spatula. It is a spatula, unfortunately. I can't really do anything with it, which is... I could get a Force of Nature with it, but that's not really optimal, I think. Because I can't make a Divine Spat, because Divine's not one of my traits. Okay. So, I guess we'll just hold here. We're about to hit Econ, which is great. I'm going to start rolling. I think I'll push to 7, and then look for Morganas or Talons. And more of my units. Would be great, I think, to have. I don't think I win this one. Ooh, that's a pretty stacked Moonlight count. I guess Dazzler does help a little bit, but that Diana's really going to do me dirty. Yeah, that Diana's going to rip through me. Wow, that's a lot of damage, though, which is nice from the list. And the thing also took less damage than I thought I was going to take. There we go, Morgana. Alright, great, though. Actually, it means I put her in, swap out Lux, swap it there. Morgana's going to get Hexpack, Gunblade, and then I think I'm going to wait for a tankier item. I'll give Lux the Zephyr for keep her alive, but that's wonderful. That's what I wanted. Now I've got my tank. I've got my king out. King's got multiple items, which is great. So everybody else can have 2 with no worries. And yeah, I'm great. I'm really happy. And now I'm going to go to 7 and look for Talon. Ooh, that didn't help. That didn't do much at all. But against the second place guy, I don't expect to do super well. We're a little lower in health than I'd like to be, but we're not doing too bad, to be quite honest. For Ultimate Bravery, yeah, this is not too bad at all. And especially I've got Econ, which is wonderful to have. Um, I think if we look at like Baby Hulk, he's got no econ. Cool, and then great. That means next roll I'll roll at 7, and I'll get something from Carousel. I guess we're looking for a spatula would be great. That'll give us Force of Nature, which allows us to put like another maybe a Fiora or Aurelia or Morgana in. Yeah, we're looking for Spat. We're looking for maybe another Gunblade, or probably more like a Chain Vest for Guardian Angel to keep Morgana alive a little bit longer. This guy's wind striking, so I'm probably not in good position either. So Morgana needs to live. Ooh, that was close, but the Janus shields helped keep everybody else alive. So that's an Ezreal. That's probably better than Lux at this rate. I may or may not get him. But okay, so I'll take an Ez, I think. Even though I want the stuff for Morgana, it's a little better, I think, if I think it's better to pull out Lux for Ez, because Ez is just so much stronger than especially a 1-star Lux. If Lux was 2-star, I'd maybe consider it a little bit more, but Lux is 1-star, so I think that's just a much better play. Alright, cool. So now we're going to be looking for units. Okay, Aurelia is great. Okay, so we're going to swap out Lux for Ez. And then I want a little bit more frontline, so we'll put Aurelia in. I know I could put Lux in, but I want a little bit more frontline. And then we'll give this to Janna to keep her alive a little longer thanks to the extra MR and health. I'd also love a tier for Ez to give him Shojin. That would be great. There we go. That helps. Ooh, Morgana's are not dead, but Morgana's healing a lot. But it was not terrible. Morgana did put a lot of work there for 6k damage. I think I am going to start rolling down, though. No reason to die sitting on a bunch of gold. I missed a Janna. That's fine. There's a Morgana if I live, which I may or may not. Do I live? I do. With more health than I thought I would. Cool. Now I'm going to have Morgana 2. There's Talon. Great. Talon's 11-6. Okay, not as much frontline as I'd like. But now we're on Krugs. I'm going to keep rolling. Looking for more good stuff. Another Janna. Probably actually won't be getting Janna's today. I think this Nami's 1-star. I'm just going to look for Fiora's, I think. And another Aurelia. Give her IE. That way she'll always crit. That should help hopefully make her heal more. She's going to be doing a lot of damage because she'll be critting. She's got A lot of spell power. Yeah, she'll be doing quite a bit of damage, I think. There were no other Aurelia. Alright, great. So, wonderful. Okay, cool. So we've got Mystic 6, 11 6, Mystic 2, Dazzler 2. Let's see if I live. I may or may not, but this is definitely a lot better of a situation than I was before. Alright, now she's going to cast and deal a lot of damage. Woo! Look at us go! Look at us go! That's so awesome, man. Alright, I guess we'll just frontline Nami. We'll just frontline a lot of people we want. And I guess if we make it to Carousel, well, 5th place isn't terrible at all, man. 5th place is not bad at all. Even though it's really just 6th place because one of the guy AFK'd. But we beat like 2 people who were playing normally with Ultimate Bravery. I guess that just goes to show that we got lucky, but also like I didn't play terribly, which is a good feeling. Shows I'm still good at this game. Alright, this is a little bit more sketchier though, because of There we go, though. Morgana's really doing the shreds. I think I'll just keep rolling, looking for Fioras, looking for... Okay, no Fioras. I was looking for Fioras and Talons, and then if I find a Morgana, I have to pick them up. Alright. It's basically like, how long can I go until I end up facing against the guy who's currently in 1st place? Because he will probably wreck me. And if he does, well, I'm still happy with my performance. Okay, don't know if I win this one. Basically, Morgana has to cast at least once. Or else I have no chance. Ez casted, which is nice. Oh, no way, no. Yeah, I got sharpshootered. Jin went... I was close, but Jin did take me out. Alright. You know what? For, I think, our first game of Ultimate Bravery, I think that went quite well, to be quite honest. Especially given what we had and the items we got. Alright. Thank you for stopping by and watching this video. If you like it, please consider subscribing to the channel. Really appreciate you coming out here. Goodbye!